it's your girl T, and in my last video I asked you all, what is the worst reality TV show that you have ever seen? And these are the comments that you guys left on the video. I think the worst reality TV show that I've ever seen has to be the show with Real and Chance, where they got their own spin-off and they were out in the woods hunting animals. I don't even remember the name of the show, but all I know is I saw one episode, I changed the channel, and soon after that I heard they took it off the damn air. The show was garbage. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and shout out Tiff Patterson on Facebook. Tiff sent me this request. She wants to know my opinion on the whole situation that's going on in Tennessee. If you guys have not heard, there's a young mother in Tennessee named Jaleesa Martin, and basically she's a mother of a 7-month-old baby. She took her child's father to court because they could not decide on the child's last name. And instead of the courts deciding what the child's last name should be, the judge, Judge Ballew, decides that she doesn't like the name Messiah. The little boy's name was Messiah Deshaun McCall. She decided to change the name to Martin Deshaun McCall. And this is causing an outrage. Folks are really upset. I'm going to go ahead and play you guys a news clip, and then I will come back with the rest of my commentary.
At 7 months old,
say hi.
Jaleesa Martin's son is teething.
He has 2 at the bottom.
He's ready to crawl, but his name is still up for debate.
I was shocked.
His birth certificate reads Messiah Deshaun Martin, but Jaleesa and the father could not agree on a last name, which is how they ended up at a child support hearing in Cocke County Chancery Court.
I thought out into the future.
Child support judge Judge Ballew ordered his name be Martin McCullough. It includes both parents' last names but leaves out Messiah.
The word Messiah is a title, and it's a title that has only been earned by one person, and that one person is Jesus Christ.
Never intended on that naming my son Messiah because it means God. And I didn't think a judge could make me change my baby's name because of her religious beliefs.
It's the first time Judge Ballew has ordered a first name change. She says the decision is best for the child, growing up in a county with a large Christian population.
It could put him at odds with a lot of people, and at this point, he has had no choice in what his name is.
Everybody believes what they want, so I think I should be able to name my child what I want to name him.
Jaleesa's 2 older children are named Micah and Mason. She liked the name Messiah and thought it was unique.
What are your thoughts for children who are named Jesus or Jesus?
Well, I thought about that as well, and that's not relevant to this case.
Judge Ballew says the parents will have to change the name on the birth certificate, but Jaleesa is appealing the judge's decision. And regardless,
Will you still continue to call him Messiah?
Yes, I will.
what's in a name? For a Newport 7-month-old, it's a question with no single answer. Martin says the appeal will go before the Cocke County Chancellor on September 17th.
He may legally be called Martin,
I'm sorry?
but his parents still call him Messiah, short for Messiah.
Should nobody else take that from us?
Parents Jaleesa Martin and Jawan McCullough have been getting calls and messages showing a mixed bag of emotions about their son's name.
I had some people contact me from Louisiana about it, and Nashville, and my dad in Kentucky called me and said he seen it this morning on the news down there. I'm a journalist for the BBC. Okay, I can get one.
The parents have been getting calls from national and international news outlets Monday, showing the worldwide attention all on this 7-month-old boy.
It's a lot of mess. It's just something they wanted to name him. It wasn't a, nothing big. It's just a name.
Put him at odds with a lot of people, and at this point, he has had no choice in what his name is.
That's what the magistrate told 10 News last week, leading to a lot of attention zeroed in on this community of 7,000.
The judge told this family that they could not name their child Messiah.
Becoming the big talker in this small town.
And you can't tie what one person does to the town. I don't think anybody should have to tell somebody what they can or can't do with their children or what they want to name their child.
In teaching, you hear a variety of names, and I would not be surprised to have a child in my classroom that named the Messiah.
And while this little guy rests up, his parents know there's a legal battle ahead of them.
Why should anybody tell us what we should or shouldn't name him? And if we're right or wrong about it, it doesn't matter. He's ours anyways.
All for the sake of his name, with the world watching on what happens. We tried reaching out several times today to Judge Ballew. We were unsuccessful. The head of the ACLU in Tennessee says the judge's faith should remain private and that they're reaching out to the family to offer them assistance. And John and Robin, to reiterate, the parents are still appealing this decision to the Cocke County Chancery Court, scheduled for that next appeal decision on the 17th of September.
Okay, so you guys just watched the news clip, and the situation makes no sense to me whatsoever. First of all, I don't understand why the parents felt the need. This child is 7 months old. This is not a 7-week-old baby. This is a 7-month-old child, and they couldn't decide on the child's last name at 7 months. If he's the father of the child, why are you not giving the baby his last name? But I understand some women don't want to do that. That's on them. But again, if she didn't want to do that, could the baby not have a hyphenated name with her last name and his last name? Why did it have to take for them to go see a judge to just come up to that conclusion? But with that being said, the judge has no right, in my personal opinion, to change that child's name. If she felt like naming her son Horson Jones, like Miss Jessie did in that damn book that I read by Donald Goines, they have the right to do that. That is their child. And I think for this judge to say that that name is not appropriate because nobody should be named Messiah but God, I don't think that that's her place. There's nothing wrong with the name Messiah. It's a beautiful name. And for the judge to take it from Messiah to Martin, I think the judge really overstepped her boundaries. And like they said in the news clip, what about people named Jesus? People named Jesus. Are you going to make them change their name as well? You know, what the judge needs to wake up and realize, you know, the most popular baby names online, Messiah is the 4th growing child's name online. And I think that has a lot to do with T.I. because, as you know, a lot of black folks, a lot of people of color love to jump on the bandwagon. As soon as we see a celebrity naming their child a certain thing, folks like to jump on it. T.I.'s oldest son's name is Messiah. And Messiah's about 13 years old. And I think that's why the name is becoming popular, because of the T.I. show. Because before then, Messiah was not a popular name, but now it's becoming more and more popular. And being that T.I. show has been on the air now going on 2 years, I'm assuming that's where she got the name from. But I could be wrong. But with that being said, at the end of the day, this judge can't make T.I. change his son's name. So why would she think that it's appropriate when this child is 7 months old, the child has been learning his name for the past 7 months, that's what he responds to, how dare she change the name to Martin? You know, this is just crazy to me. There was another case recently about a couple, they were a racist couple, and they had named their children after racist names. One of the children's names was Adolf Hitler. And they ended up taking the child out of the home because the parents decided to name the child Adolf Hitler. Now, is that right? No, it's not right. But at the end of the day, if there's no abuse in the home and the child is not being neglected and the child is being taken care of, can you really dictate what a child's name should be? I don't think that's up to the court system. You know, if that's the case, a lot of us would have our names changed. You know, and it's so easy to go in on black people's names and say that black people's names are made up in ghetto. At the end of the day, that's that person's business what their name is or what their mother chooses to name them. You know, and I don't think that it's fair for a judge or anyone to, you know, to downgrade somebody, make somebody feel bad because of something they couldn't control. You know, a lot of us couldn't control what we were named. And we just take our names and we accept it and we keep it pushing. But, you know, are all judges in America now going to just decide that they can just change a child's name at their own discretion if they don't like the name? So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about the entire situation. Do you feel like this judge has overstepped her boundaries? Do you think she has the right to tell the mother to change the child's name? And then how do you feel about the mother and father feeling like they had to go to a court of law just to change the baby, to figure out what the baby's last name should be? I think that whole situation is silly. Had they not took the situation to court, the judge wouldn't have been in their business any damn way. This is an issue that could have been solved within 24 hours. The issue shouldn't have went on to where the child was 7 months old with no knowledge of what the last name should be. I just think that's ridiculous. So anyways, go ahead, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on the whole situation. All right, deuces. Okay, so the question of the day is, what is the worst name you've ever heard? Make sure you leave a comment, you rate, subscribe, and share the video.